Any mama who has tried breastfeeding knows that it's not as easy as it looks. So are you debating about whether or not it's worth persevering? In this video, I'm going to discuss some of the most common questions that I get about breastfeeding problems so that you can make an informed decision. Stay tuned. Hello, if this is our first time connecting, welcome. My name is Melanie McGrice and I'm a pre and postnatal dietitian. I help couples give their babies the best start possible with the power of good food. Make sure that you connect with me on my socials. You'll find all of the details in the description box below this video. Now, 96% of Australian mothers initiate breastfeeding, but less than half, only around 40%, are still breastfeeding exclusively at 3 months of age. We see similar patterns in other countries around the world. As you'll see, I'm an avid believer in the benefits of breastfeeding, but I also believe that some mamas are unable to breastfeed. They try, but just can't. And I believe that others have no right to judge. You never know what someone has been through. The primary problems for ceasing breastfeeding, though, include lack of time and confusion, such as thinking that your baby isn't getting adequate calories. So let's discuss some of the most common questions that I'm asked about breastfeeding problems to see if we can help you breastfeed for a little longer, as every additional day makes a difference. What are the health benefits of breastfeeding? Well, there's lots of advantages to breastfeeding, which makes it the best possible source of nutrition for your baby. One of my favourites is that miraculously, breast milk changes as babies grow and develop. The macronutrient composition of breast milk varies by age of your baby at delivery. It changes by the time of day and even during the feed to provide exactly what your baby needs. For example, hind milk at the end of the feed is a bit higher in fat. Secondly, macrophages, cytokines, and antimicrobial factors are present in breast milk to support your baby's immune function. And thirdly, it's also free and benefits your health too. For example, when breastfeeding, you'll naturally burn around 2,000 kilojoules each day, which will help you to lose some of your baby weight. Now, what are the health consequences of not breastfeeding? Well, infant formula companies work really hard to provide the best possible nutrition for your baby if you are unable to breastfeed. However, epidemiological studies do suggest that babies who are not breastfed have higher risks of infectious diseases, childhood obesity, type 1 and type 2 diabetes, leukemia, and sudden infant death syndrome. Mothers who don't breastfeed have an increased incidence of premenopausal breast cancer, retained pregnancy weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. So the stats kind of give you some idea. Now, question number 3, if able, how long should I breastfeed for? Is there a minimum time for health optimization? Well, ideally, you should aim to breastfeed exclusively until solids are introduced between 4 to 6 months, and then continue breastfeeding through to 12 months of age. Question 4. Is there a connection between starting formula too early and issues with allergies and eczema? Well, as we said, breast milk is protective against allergies and eczema, so this is another reason why it is beneficial to breastfeed for as long as possible. Question 5. My baby is always hungry. Does that mean that I'm not providing adequate milk? Well, not necessarily. Your baby may have long feeds to begin with as they start to learn how to source their food. Then they may begin to feed more frequently, which doesn't necessarily mean that they're not getting enough milk. It just could mean that they're needing more feed to help them grow. It's important that you also consider your baby's size and rates of growth before giving up. I'd really encourage you to get advice from a healthcare professional before starting top-up feeds with formula. Next question. I have mastitis. Is there any dietary tips that can assist? Strains of probiotics such as Lactobacillus gasseri and Lactobacillus salivarius, which is very difficult to say, have been identified as assisting to reduce the risk of mastitis and may be helpful for you whilst breastfeeding. Next question. I have to admit that I haven't been eating very healthily. Won't formula give my baby better nutrition? Well, no. Even if you haven't been eating really healthily, your baby will still get better nutrition from breast milk than from formula. Unfortunately, it will leave you with very little nutrition though, so I encourage you to start improving your dietary intake as soon as you can. Next question. Is it necessary to wean to formula until my bub is able to consume solids? Nope. Formula is only needed if you're unable to breastfeed. Question number 9. If I'm really struggling with breastfeeding, what advice is typically given around formula? Well, like I said, if you are really struggling with breastfeeding, then you may need to consider formula. But it's a really good idea to speak to a postnatal dietitian or other healthcare professional to find out whether there's anything else that you can do first. And question number 10, what sort of formula is best for my bub? Well, there are a huge amount of different types of formulas available, and so it's really important to get personalised advice about the best formula for you and your baby. Well, I hope you found this Q&A helpful. I've also put together a fantastic resource for you, a free breastfeeding meal plan. Just go to www.melaniemcgrice.com/breastfeeding to download it. And please feel free to share this video with your mother's group or girlfriends who are breastfeeding their little ones. And make sure that you subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Lactose bit. Blah, 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 blah. Can't get these words out. Stuffed that up already. I'm breastfeeding.